Hello, and welcome back to another video presented by Acuity PPM, where today we're covering everybody's favorite topic, status reports. That's right, we've got great updates to share about status reports in Acuity PPM. And before we do, I want to remind you, subscribe to our channel because we're putting out great content. Give us a like and leave a comment below. How effective are your status reports? Are they working well or not? And if you post a question, I promise to answer. So let's start with some of the fundamentals of portfolio management, and we'll tie this in with status reporting. So from previous videos, we've seen that there's a number of benefits to project portfolio management, starting with higher return on investment, lower organizational risk. It helps operationalize the strategic plan and makes our portfolio plan realistic, and ideally, it would help enable us to do more work in a shorter amount of time and with a higher confidence of meeting customer commitments. These are the benefits. Portfolio management is about delivering value. So at the status report level, when we're communicating performance, the goal is to deliver value, and we want to communicate that value even within our status reports. In Acuity PPM, we take that one step further and we can aggregate or summarize all the individual information and roll it up at the portfolio level to get a portfolio view of performance. And like we've shared in our overview of portfolio management video, PPM provides answers to a number of questions. And the question that we're focused on in this video is, how are we performing? It's great to have good projects in the portfolio, but if they're not performing well, you're not delivering value, or you're jeopardizing the value delivery of your projects and programs. So it's paramount that you've got visibility of performance and understand how well projects and programs are performing. And so we cover this in the third life cycle phase, which is on protecting portfolio value. It helps answer the questions, how well are we delivering, and what else can we do to protect our projects or keep them on track. And by and large, we're focused on project monitoring, which relates to the status reports. But we can also incorporate portfolio planning, resource management, and portfolio risk management. And be sure to take a look at our portfolio risk management video. So here we're looking at project monitoring, which involves tracking the performance and health of the project, and then taking action based on that to keep our projects on track. So let's take a closer look. So the safeguarding portfolio value can be likened to a cargo ship, which has cargo. Cargo itself has inherent value, but the value is not delivered until the goods are delivered. So we want to make sure that we can deliver the goods with our project investments. And just like a ship, there's going to be storms. And in the midst of that stormy environment, which I've encountered at practically every company I've ever worked at, senior leadership has a responsibility to protect those project investments. That's what we're talking about. Clearing roadblocks, providing resources, doing what it takes at the leadership level to ensure successful project delivery and ultimately value delivery. So that's why at this phase, which corresponds with the project management lifecycle execution phase, all effort should be put into protecting the value of the portfolio. And it also answers the question, how are we performing? We've got a sample status report, and then we can aggregate that information on the right-hand side to show how much of our portfolio is in a red, yellow, and green status, as well as how many of our strategic objectives are at risk. Acuity PPM does both of these very well. So we're going to transition, take a quick look at Acuity PPM. Want to remind you, subscribe to our channel, reach out with questions, and we'll follow up, and give us a like in the section below. So with that, we're looking at the updated Acuity PPM dashboard. We can get visibility of all the projects that are in a red, yellow, or green status by strategic goal. We can get the overall portfolio health. And then in terms of risk and issue management, we can get visibility of how many high, medium, and low priority risks and issues we see by department within our portfolio. All of this can be used at the leadership level to drive critical actions. Because again, the goal is to protect the value of the portfolio by protecting our project and program investments. So let's drill down. We're going to take a look at our project list. If you haven't seen our updates, I encourage you to schedule a demo with us and take a look at our other videos. We've made some great updates to improve the usability. We've got our project list below, but what we're focused on here is the mini dashboard at the top. One of the best features about the project list in Acuity PPM, right off the bat, we can get visibility of how much of our portfolio is in a red, yellow, or green status based on count, based on the number of projects in that status. So out of 20 active projects, 20 of them have a green status. 5 of them have a red status. Now, if we are tracking our project budgets, we can get a better view. We can change how we measure and look at cost. And now we get a very different view of the portfolio. Over a third of our portfolio is in a red status based on budget. So a third of our budget is in a red status. We definitely need to take action to correct that. Too much of our portfolio is at risk. So that was very easy to do within Acuity PPM. Furthermore, we've made some updates with status reporting specifically, which we're going to take a look at in a moment. So we can filter on our list and identify which projects are red. And now when we drill down, the filters that we've applied, we can use that to navigate and take a look at all the red projects quickly and easily, or any other filter for that matter. So let's drill down. And what we're looking at is status report within Acuity PPM. And we had done research. We collected over 60 status reports across multiple companies and industries. We analyzed it to identify the most common elements that are used in status reports today. And so what we've got here, who's the project manager, project leader, who's the sponsor. We've got key summary information along with our accomplishments, what's coming up in the future, and help needed. And when we interviewed a number of executive sponsors, one of the key points that came out was, I'm here to help. Let me know when you need help and what help you need. But if you're doing okay, no need to bother. So we've incorporated that feedback here. So what is the help that's needed, which can help inform the sponsors and other senior leaders of what help is needed to keep the project either on track or back on track. Okay. So in addition, we've got the historical view, which is really great. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret that we've incorporated this, and it's the foundation for our artificial intelligence and machine learning for the future. So based on historical analysis or historical trends, we'd be able to predict or provide some input on when projects may go off track. Okay, keep that to yourself. Okay, so we've got key information on the left. We've got our milestone timeline at the bottom, which you can learn more about in our portfolio roadmap video. And then we've got our standard stoplight metrics, overall, schedule, budget, quality. We can expand the accordion views to get more information. And then we've updated. We've got a file section, so if you want to attach or incorporate links that point to key files, you can do that. And then we've got our risks and issues. So anything that's flagged as a high priority risk or a high priority issue would be included in the status report, and you can view that here. And then, like I was mentioning, we've taken customer feedback. We've added better navigation, so we can quickly navigate between all the red projects or any of the yellow projects or green projects or any other filter that you apply and quickly go through the performance and status of the various projects. So that's extremely useful when you're conducting project status meetings. You can review an individual project manager's projects. You could just start with the red projects and yellow projects. So depending on how you filter, Acuity PPM makes it really easy to navigate and view those status reports. So if you haven't already, schedule a demo with us. Happy to show you the other aspects of Acuity PPM, but we wanted to give you these updates on building status reports, how that information aggregates at the portfolio level so that you and your senior leaders can protect portfolio value and deliver greater value to your organization, to your customers. Thank you.